Shri Shuka Vacha Atmayam Rite Rajan Parasyanubhavatmanaha Na Ghate Tartha Sambandha Swapna Darshtu Ivanjasa. Sri Shukadeva Goswami said, O king, unless one is influenced by the energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, there is no meaning to the relationship of the pure soul in pure consciousness with the material body. The relationship is just like a dreamer seeing his own body working. It's a very nice shloka. You have heard this before. The dreamer seeing his body working. So there are two things of illusion. Last time also we discussed. One part is that we are thinking we are the one part is the creation of the material world. Massive creation. This is two works Krishna has done. And this material world is temporary. And second part is to relate to this world in a way as if it is the spiritual world. We think we are the body. In the spiritual world, it's a fact, you are the body. There is no difference between you and the body. And you look at the objects for enjoyment. In spiritual world, it is true. You take a mango, you enjoy nectar. Correct? You dance in the spiritual world, there is so much ecstasy. And we also feel this body is permanent. As we discussed many times, all of us are in total illusion that we are still in the spiritual world. Correct? We discussed this joke last time. If somebody dies, we are very surprised. Why should you be surprised? Because you are thinking you are in the spiritual world. If you are in terms with the reality that you are in the material world, you should not be surprised when somebody dies, because death is accepted in the material world. It's part of life. But we are still in the illusion, I am in the spiritual world. And therefore there are so many things. But actually that's not a fact. Therefore Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has a full chapter, Urdhva Mula Adha Shaka. The Urdhva, the root is up, and Adha, the branches are down. It's a reflection of the spiritual world. And a reflection, there is reflection means it's an imitation, but there is no substance. Some devotee asked Srila Prabhupada that why did Krishna put us in the material world and we are suffering so much? This question comes. Why did God send us to this world to suffer? What did Prabhupada answer? Prabhupada said, you forced him to do this. A little bit of irritation. You forced him to do this. He did not want. Just like you have a son and he says, Papa, I want to go watch a movie. Better don't do that. I want to go. All my friends are going. Better don't do that. I want to go. Okay, go. At your own risk now. You're not listening. Go. Correct? That's what happens. So, we cannot force. Finally, to a certain degree, we can advise somebody. It's a living entity. And Krishna honors our freedom. Actually, nobody honors us as much as Krishna honors. Krishna honors our freedom. And he said, okay, just see. You are thinking you will be very happy. Go. You want to. And there is another thing is that in the spiritual world, one thing predominates. The will of the Lord predominates the spiritual world. Krishna's desires, Krishna's will. Everybody is voluntarily surrendered to the Lord. There is no force. Voluntarily they want to serve the Lord. Voluntarily they are subservient to the will of the Lord. Yeah, the spiritual world. But in the material world, we get we can say an experience of independence. Spiritual world, there is no independence. In the sense that everybody is totally, if Narayana is coming out, the palace, all are jumping. And it's not a sadhana, they're in ecstasy. But voluntarily they are subservient to the will and they are so happy in that. There's nothing to, Narayana is all are doing chamara, washing, and said Lakshmi keeps cleaning the palace even though it is clean. Still there is no dust there, still she polishes. Narayana is coming and personally she serves him. Similarly in Vrindavana, still more intimate pastimes happen with the gopis and all, they're totally subservient. Krishna blows the flute, they run, they just see him. Correct? Krishna wants us to come. They're so much voluntarily, happily under Krishna's lotus feet. Material world also what happens is that we get an experience of an independence, experience of being the king, experience of being an independent enjoyer. So this is that actually an illusion. Therefore the material world is created for that. So in that design, not only Krishna creates. How can Krishna create? Because he is supremely powerful. It is not easy. So it's intricate design. We are hardly able to understand it to this day. Either microscopic or macroscopic. It's very difficult to understand the detail. It is actually not possible to understand. Therefore they are spinning their heads, getting confused more and more. What you need to understand is given in the Shastra. That much is enough. There is no need to waste time. As much you need to understand the material world, it is given in the scripture. Yeah? More if it is, it's called Ugra Karma. Ugra Karma means you are simply sapping your vital energy, which should be used to purify yourself and go back to the lotus feet of the Lord. Just like if I have taken wrong steps and fallen into what is known as daldal, now you take one more step wrong, you will be gone, drowned. So now I am the one responsible. Whatever situation I am in, each one of us, we are responsible to be in that situation, auspicious and inauspicious. Correct? And mostly we are in an inauspicious. Material world, nothing is auspicious. We are in an inauspicious condition, stuck in the material world. Now we take correct steps and come out. That is called the Gita, the guidance of the Gita and Bhagavatam. By hearing the message of the Lord, and my Prabhupada says those are intelligent, they catch the truth. They understand what am I doing, where I am stuck. I am stuck in a dangerous situation. What is the dangerous situation? This world. And now I take corrective steps and come out. But you cannot come out unless you take guidance. It is not possible for you to yourself come out. Just like a mad person should not decide which is the best thing for him. Even if a doctor, when he is sick, he goes to another doctor to take a prescription. Right? The idea is that with our own mind and senses, which are presently in total illusion, we cannot figure out where to get out. Therefore, we have to hear. Tasmad Guru Prapadyeta Jigyasu Shreya Uttamam. You want to come out of this illusion. A person whose hands are bound cannot untie himself, neither he can untie another person. He has to take help of somebody who his hands are free. Therefore, we are fortunate to come under the shelter of the Acharya. And we are all invested faith at his feet to untie us. And he's untied so many people, so definitely will untie us also. That way we see. We see not only by his position and exalted, but we also see his work. We see he is able to untie, and he feels so much peace. Because throughout his teaching, he is so consistent. Looks so peaceful. Okay. And he is so much obedient to the great acharyas in the parampara. You feel so happy, so satisfied. In any field, when you are under a perfect authority, you feel so happy. You're working in office and authority is very good. You feel very happy. Similarly, in spiritual life also, we feel so happy to be under the shelter of a great acharya. And we take so much great pleasure in serving his mission. That's what Prabhupada wanted. He said, if you feel you have benefited from whatever I have given you, try to give to other people. So this is a very interesting point, is that if we were in the body, coming to the shloka now, and we are not attached to the body, we are not identifying with the body, then this creation would have been useless. You understand? Huh? Not only the illusion is total. He didn't leave some loophole. Total it is. Therefore Krishna's Purna. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam. The supreme. This word is complete. There is no question of Krishna making some mistake and forgetting. Oh, I forgot to make them attached to the body. Krishna is Purna. Not only he created the material body, the soul is eternal anyway, sent to this world, and he created illusion so that you can be attached to the body and identify with the body, and its identification is so strong you cannot come out of it. Therefore Krishna says, Devi Esha Gudmai Mahamaya Duratya. Whatever you do, you cannot come out of the identification. I am the body. Somebody little scratch, what happened to me? I am not the body. What happened to my body, we should say. What happened to me? You are so much identifying with the body. This is actually the trap. So this gives an experience of independence in a total illusion. Prabhupada gives that famous example we always use. The mother showed to the child wants to see the moon, and mother showed to the child a mirror, and he sees the moon and is satisfied. Correct? So similarly, it is not practically possible. Our illegitimate desire to be the Lord, it is not possible to satisfy. We don't want to be under the whims of the Lord. That is our disease, and we are here. And it is not possible to satisfy that, because all of us are under the whim of the Lord. Whatever Krishna wishes, it has to happen like that. But here we get an experience as if things are happening independent of the Lord. Where is God? So many people say, why they're getting that enjoyment? Where? Because actually they didn't want Him. So this world is created to get an experience of that. So we are very happy, running around as independent, and there is no God, and we are having great enjoyment. Correct? Isn't it so? We are all in a total experience of independence from Krishna, and we are enjoying that. So therefore the Bhagavatam points this out, that this illusion cannot be brought by Devi Esha Gudami Mahamaya Duratya Mam Eve Prapadyanti. When you take shelter of Krishna. And what do they mean by taking shelter of Krishna? A shelter begins by Shravanam. When you hear attentively what Krishna is telling. And it is not easy actually. It is actually mysterious. Therefore Prabhupada says, when he was going to America, how will I be able to convince them? Because just by logic also it is not possible to convince somebody that he is not the body. How much you try, something you'll find out. The scientist. Correct? Therefore, Prabhupada, you see in America, what was his technique? He just doesn't sit and speak logic. He was parallelly doing Harinama Sankirtana. In fact, he used to do mainly Sankirtana, and even in the colleges I have seen Prabhupada class, 45 minutes Kirtan, half an hour class, again 45 minutes Kirtan. And when the Kirtan used to happen, the students used to be on the benches jumping. They used to become so ecstatic. So actually, just by pure logic, we cannot convince the people. Because the different elements of logic are not revealed to them. Suppose I have to prove to you God is there. I can prove actually. But there are so many elements of logic I need. I need soul. I need conception of God. I need devotion service. These are not manifest to you. Therefore, I can, only when I introduce you to Krishna consciousness by chanting the holy names of the Lord, and that is the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, that anybody hears the chanting, it is mystic. And Prabhupada says very nicely, he says the mind softened by the chanting of the Harinama can understand Krishna. Correct? Mind softened. It may not be in ecstasy in the beginning, but after hearing, she's so calm. I remember in some college it was, and I always is one of the best colleges here, and I always before the class used to do 15 minutes kirtan. I didn't care, and I taught them the full Krishna consciousness as per what I could do. At the end of the course, I asked him, "What did you like maximum?" Sir, that kirtan. Because your philosophy is like a bouncer for them. What are you telling? Krishna in the spiritual world, dancing with the gopas, gopis, and we rebel against him. We are in the middle. They can't understand anything in the beginning. They just can't understand anything. Therefore, the first contact with the Supreme Lord in the middle world is the holy name. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says this. It's the first contact we have. So in this way, actually, this chapter is a beautiful chapter. There are so many things are going to come. Swapna Drishtam Ivanjasa. So this body, there is a total identification given. And we identify with the body. And stoma's activities start off. Swapna also another reason is that different people, just like when you sleep in the night, when you wake up, what happens to you? You remember everything and you start your activities. I have to go to clinic today. I have to do this. I have to do that. But when you're sleeping, it's practically you've forgotten everything. At that moment, you're not thinking about those things. Sometimes you may think of you are in a school. You get that dream sometime. You are in a college. Exam is there. You're not prepared. Those impressions are still there. They come. And you wake up. Exam? What exam? That is over 20, 30 years ago. No more exam. Correct? But you get a dream. That means in the dream time you forget everything. You forget your day. Totally you forget. Therefore Prabhupada jokes sometimes. Dream time you forget day, daytime you forget the dream. But daytime, do you remember the dream? Nobody remembers the dream. The daytime we don't remember dream. Dream time we don't remember day. So Prabhupada says, which is real then? Actually both are dreams. For the eternal soul, both are dreams. So anyway, I am coming to another point. So when you come in the wake up in the daytime, and then you want to, suddenly you remember and you continue. That is how birth after birth you are continuing. That's very funny. Not only birth after birth, when the pralaya happens, and even Brahma leaves his body, everything is destroyed. Then for hundreds or trillions of years, there may not be creation. Creation happens when Krishna wishes. Let me give them one more chance. I think they will take it up. Because he is a loving father. I think they will take it up. I think they will take it up. I'll give them one more chance. You can't stay in the spiritual world if you are rebellious to the Lord. You can't stay. So you're out of the spiritual world. You're not playing with Krishna. You don't want that because you want to be the center. He's the center there. That's your problem. We don't want to be the center. We have seen that sometimes when program happens, the small children, they run in the front. Because the tendency to the center they try, correct? Why they make noise in a big program time? They may not be at home making noise. In the temple when some program is happening, he makes big noise. Why? He wants to be in the center. He wants to be the center of attention. That is what we have want. But actually in temple, Krishna is the center. Krishna is the center. That's why we have tried so many big people. You call them 1,000,000 times, they will not come. You tell you are a chief guest, that means I am in the center. They will come. Because the height of addiction to imitate the Lord. Correct? Height. No. Addicted to imitate the Lord. They go everywhere, people will put garland and they will make them, people will say, oh, you're so nice, you're so kind. And they're enjoying that, Ishvara Bhava. So many times I tried them. Please come. Temple, there is a Gita Pravachan. They will never come. You tell, we have an event and you will be the chief guest. Yes. Oh, very nice. There is some donation I have to give. Immediately. Ishvara, we have to, true, Chalti Ganga mein haath dalo, we see things are moving like that, so we get them. So these people can help us to spread Krishna consciousness, but one thing is clear, you can never introduce Krishna consciousness to them. They will not understand Krishna. They are totally intoxicated. Aham mameti. Totally intoxicated. So here, we are coming to the point that what to be the center. So we did not like to see Krishna in the center. Therefore we rebel against that situation, and an imitation has to be created. And it is such a wonderful invitation that each moment we feel we are in the spiritual world and we feel I am the king. That's all he wanted. Krishna is very kind. He gives you what you wanted. In the spiritual world, what was there? Krishna is the center and all the devotees are serving him. Correct? And you developed a desire, I want to be independent of the Lord. So Krishna creates a material world, because spiritual world it cannot be done. In the spiritual world, he is the center. You like or not, it will not change. Nobody allow you to change that, because it naturally the center. Not that every time he is holding, see, I am the Supreme Lord. No. Just like sometimes what happens in office, the boss has to keep reminding, see, I am the boss. That Krishna is not rubbing that again and again. I am the boss. He is naturally Akhila Rasa Amrita Sindhu. All of us are loving propensity. And Krishna is the only personality who can reciprocate with you in pure love. You know, many people say, God is there, what I have to do with them? You cannot live without God. We all are loving nature. Only He can accept it. Nobody can accept it. True or not? Living entity is Anu, very small. Its desire to love is infinite. And only one person can take it and reciprocate properly. Otherwise, anybody else will break your heart. Say you have a friend. You say you are a very nice friend. You got up today. You say, please, don't go too much, you go and get up. Correct? You think I have a friend. And you start sending him message 2,000 times in a day. He will block you immediately. Nobody wants. But Krishna, Prabhupada says, the desire of the devotees to serve Krishna is unlimited. He was, Prabhupada said, the gopis, Krishna was enhancing the desire of gopis to serve him again and again by his beauty, by his smile, and he was reciprocating unlimitedly. Supply is unlimited. He can reciprocate, each his action, the intensity can be at any level. Can reciprocate with any level. You are ready. You are ready to be on samadhi on Krishna. He is ready to reciprocate. Actually, he is thinking about you 24 hours. Krishna is thinking about us 24 hours. You cannot think about him 24 hours. Therefore, when Krishna says that you think about me 24 hours, nothing wrong. Manmana bhav. The first order of Krishna is Manmana bhav. Always think about me. Is perfect. He is thinking about you. So suppose you are thinking about somebody whole day and he is not thinking about you, get angry, no? So many times wives complain to the husband, whole day I was thinking about you, could not even remember once. Yeah, that's the imitation. But in the spiritual world, it's different. For the Lord, it is different. He is 24 hours thinking about each one of us. As Paramatma feature, He is locally available for you and is looking at you 24 hours without blinking eyes. Is seeing what you are doing. Is thinking about your welfare 24 hours. You cannot do that. You have 20 children, one now, then one, and you might have forgotten about, Arey, wo kidhar gaya? And he has walked away, correct? It happens, no? We miss out. We get absorbed in one thing, you forget another thing. That is the limitation of Atma. Atma cannot think 100 things at a time, one thing at a time. The Lord is conscious of each living entity 24 hours. Is constantly thinking about it. Just imagine. And he's thinking what? What to do with this person. What to do with him. How do we take him back to God? He's